Hi, it's Peachy. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. And if it is not, welcome back. It is time for my annual Creative Sims in honor of African American History Month. I try to pick figures that some may know, but some may not know as well as others. I hope that you have checked out the other videos on the playlist. This is actually my third year doing this, and it's always so much fun to look through photos and get information to share. Why don't we jump right into it? Carl Brashear was born in January 1931 in Kentucky to parents McDonald and Gonzala Brashear. At just 6 weeks old, he and his family moved to a farm outside this town of Sonora, where his father worked as a sharecropper. He lived there until age 17, assisting his father with chores like milking cows and chopping wood. By the age of 14, Carl decided to follow in the footsteps of his brother-in-law, who served as a soldier in the U.S. Army. He tried to enlist as soon as he turned 17, but he failed the entrance exam after becoming rattled by abrasive treatment from the test proctors. On the way home, after this disheartening experience, he passed the Navy recruiting office and stepped in. The recruiter he met spoke so glowingly of the Navy and so kindly to Carl, in sharp contrast to his interaction with the Army proctors. He chose to join the Navy instead. From February to May of 1948, Brashear attended basic training at Naval Training Center in Great Lakes. Brashear served in an integrated company and felt he was treated equally during these months in boot camp. In 1954, more than 3 years after his first request, the Navy granted him permission to attend salvage diving school in Bayonne, New Jersey, to train as a salvage diver. The 16-week course was fraught with racism and harassment for Brashear as the only African American trainee. After mistaking him for a steward or cook, the training officer told him he didn't think the white students would accept him, or that Brashear would make it through the school. Once classes began, students put notes on his bunk disparaging him with slurs and threatening to drown him. He was ready to quit until an African American sailor on the dive school staff dissuaded him. "Those notes are not hurting you. Show them you're better than they are." In spite of the intimidation and his limited education, Brashear worked hard and performed well in both the diving and academic portions of the school. Near the end of the course, the other students finally began to accept him. In February 1966, the Navy sent Hoist and her crew to Spain to help search for a hydrogen bomb. The thermonuclear weapon had fallen into the Mediterranean Sea after 2 U.S. Air Force aircrafts collided the month before. The U.S. urgently needed to recover it before another nation could. On the afternoon of March 23rd, as Brashear directed the transfer of a crate to hold the bomb once found, the supply boat parted its mooring line. He rushed to get his sailors to safety. A steel pipe broke loose, flew across the deck just as Brashear pushed a sailor out of the way and struck Brashear. The blow critically injured his left leg. The native would later reward him the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for his heroism that day. Although alive, Brashear had suffered severe compound fractures to both bones in his lower leg. Doctors told him his injury would take 3 years to heal and that walking again would likely require a brace. Brashear asked them to amputate. "I'm willing to wait years. I can't be tied up that long. I've got to get back to diving." His leg became so badly infected they agreed, amputating below the knee on May 11, 1966. A second surgery performed in July removed another 1.5 inches from his leg to fully eliminate the infection. As he recovered, he researched. He read about an amputee pilot in the Canadian Air Force who had returned to flying. He discovered the capabilities of prosthetics, and he learned the importance of a positive mindset and accepting his amputation and finding new solutions. Fast forward to early May 1970. Carl Brashear began his evaluation for Master Diver. For 5 weeks, a board of master divers and diving officers ran him through a host of classroom exams, diving drills, and simulated accidents. The requirements for Master Diver are extremely difficult for good reason. Mistakes can cost lives. A qualified Master Diver must be able to supervise and direct all types of diving, including treating any diving accidents. He or she is an expert in diving equipment and systems, diving techniques, diving physics, and diving medicine. The 6 candidates in Brashear's class came before the board for their results on June 10, 1970. Carl was called last. The commanding officer praised him for his faultless evaluation and then announced he had qualified. "We vote you master." Carl Brashear had become the first African American master diver. In 2008, the Navy honored the service and achievements of Carl Brashear by naming the ship for him. USNS Carl Brashear is a 689-foot dry cargo ammunition ship operated by the Military Sealift Command. The ship was christened and launched on September 18, 2008. USNS Carl Brashear entered service in March 2009. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit along the way. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. If you haven't already and like what you've seen, please hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. I have a variety of SIMS content here on the channel, more cast videos, builds, and a few machinimas. I look forward to seeing you around my channel again. In the meantime, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be, and see you next time. Bye for now.